The extravagant dinner these wealthy guests paid a fortune to attend turned out to be a deadly trap set by the chef. He planned to kill every person on the guest list. Matt, one of the guests, was actually a die-hard fan of the chef. He knew from the start that no one would survive the night, so he broke up with the woman he truly loved and invited Amy to take her place, because the chef didn't allow single diners. When Amy found out, she was furious. She lashed out at Matt, beating him until others pulled her away. The chef, aware of Matt's dream of becoming a chef himself, offered him the chance to cook a dish for everyone at the table. Matt was overjoyed and changed into the kitchen uniform, ready to showcase his skills. But once in the kitchen, he was a total mess. He had no real experience and could barely hold a knife. He looked like a clown fumbling around. When the steak was half cooked, the chef took a quick taste, then whispered something into Matt's ear. Whatever it was, Matt's face fell. He quietly took off the uniform and walked out in despair. After he left, Amy saw an opportunity. She approached the chef privately, pleading to be spared since she was never supposed to be there. The chef agreed to give her a chance. He asked her to fetch a metal bucket for the next course. If she brought it back, he'd consider letting her go. Though suspicious, Amy agreed. She couldn't miss any chance to escape. But just before she left, she discovered Matt hanging in the back kitchen. Apparently, he couldn't handle what the chef had said to him. Amy continued to the chef's residence and noticed a wall filled with photos from the chef's life. In every picture, he wore a blank expression, except for one taken when he worked at a burger joint. That was the only photo where he was smiling. As Amy pondered, she spotted a radio nearby and quickly used it to call for help. Soon after, she returned to the dining hall with the metal bucket. Just then, a loud horn sounded from the pier. The guests perked up. The chef, sensing something was wrong, ordered his staff to fix everyone's appearance and warned them not to speak, or they die even sooner. A Coast Guard officer soon entered the dining room, asking who had made the call. No one responded. Everyone was too afraid to speak. But then the officer recognized a TV actor among the guests and asked for an autograph. The actor took the chance to scribble a message begging for help. Reading it, the officer's face turned serious. He drew his gun and ordered everyone to raise their hands. The guests thought they were saved. They started shouting about the chef's crimes. The officer told the chef to get on the ground. Everyone felt a rush of relief until the officer suddenly turned his gun away. Turns out he was part of the performance. The hope they just tasted crumbled instantly. As for the radio, the chef revealed it was part of Amy's test. Because she had betrayed him, she would now share the same fate as the others, to sit down, eat the final courses, and die with them. But Amy had one last idea. She stood up and told the chef she didn't enjoy any of the food so far. She wanted something that suited her better. The chef, though disappointed, asked what she had in mind. Amy replied that a real chef should care about the joy of eating. She hadn't touched the food earlier because none of it brought her joy. Now, facing what might be her last meal, she simply wanted a cheeseburger. The chef's expression shifted. He agreed. He personally made the burger with care, perfectly balancing the cheese and beef. When it was ready, he served it himself with a side of fries. Amy took a bite slowly. The chef waited for her response. She told him it was delicious, and politely asked if she could take the rest to go. To her surprise, he agreed. He even packed it nicely and added a little gift. Amy offered him a tip in return. The chef nodded to the doorman, a sign that he'd let her go. Amy picked up her things, heart pounding, and walked out of the restaurant. As she stepped onto the boat, a massive explosion erupted behind her. Flames swallowed the dining hall.